Right. You will see the schedule of the course syllabus. Okay. Can you see the course syllabus? And today, I have an overview of lifespan at section 1, and I will give you the video clip for the video summary report for this Friday, and one-page less, written essay about your early childhood is due tonight, at the end of the day. So I am sending a video summary report by email, and and also and first weekly review paper, and due on next Friday. We start the third week. My quarantine cleared, and and next week. So we have first open book exam, and we have a first in-class meeting and the September 27th, I think. So, and our classroom is EH building 266. So, and we have a first face-to-face meeting, and the 5th week, and September 27th and Monday. And Caitlin and you present section 3 and infancy. All right. Okay. Sure. First open book exam scheduled September 20th to 24th and 4th week. So I will upload on the Blackboard, and you will start the September 20th and to September 24th. And due date for the online first open book exam on the Blackboard is due on September 24th, and Friday, the end of day. All right. So I will send the YouTube a video clip and video summary and report form, and by email, right? And video summary and report form. And you describe about and EDUC 207 lifespan development, and due date is this Friday, and this September 10th. And your name and topic of video, stages of labor. And you summarize the video and summary, and in the conclusion part, what did you learn from this video? So it is 1-page long paper, and upload on the Dropbox, and you see some students upload the assignment on the Dropbox, and Issa Johnson and uploaded the essay assignment about early childhood, right? First essay assignment. And you upload under your folder here. And, EDUC 207 and 4. And you go to your own folder, and then upload it. And you will see my presentation lecture PPT files under the EDUC 207 and PPTs. And you will see assignment sample here, and video summary and report form here, and syllabus here, and peer evaluation form for your presentation. There are evaluation guidelines and under this peer evaluation form here. So if you don't have access to, if you don't have a chance to access a Dropbox, please stay on the line and I will fix it and invite you again. All right. And I did it last week, but I finished this video today. All right. This slideshow is available on the Dropbox, and we learn about lifespan perspective and developmental period and issues and theories and research in lifespan development. So a definition of lifespan development, and we learned about. And there are 3 different kind of views about child growth and development. And first one is original sin view. Second one is a tabula rasa view. And third one is innate goodness view we reviewed last week. And the characteristics of lifespan. And 3 process or domains of lifespan development. And first one, biological. Second one, cognitive. Third one is socio-emotional. And subcategories of period of a lifespan. And there are 4 types of age: chronological, biological, and psychological, and social. There are 3 issues regarding lifespan development: and nature and nurture issue, and stability and change issue, and continuity and discontinuity issue. And usual process for the scientific method and conceptualize the problem at first one, and collecting data, second one, analyze data, and third one, and drew the conclusion, and first one, last one. And theory, a set of idea to help and explain data and make predictions. Hypothesis, assertion or predictions often derived from theories can be tested. So, and with my own subjective statement, and theory is the window to watching outside. And I am using reading glasses right now, and I have a regular glasses. If you want to read the textbook and small characters, and you need reading glasses. And I use another glasses for the outdoor activities and regular activities in life. And also I need the sunglasses to protect my eyes from sun, and I need a magnify to investigate small insect. I need the GPS and long range lens to watching the green on outside. And also sometimes we need to color the glass to decorate our design. So theory is just like this. And when we watching the video and through the red glasses, all world looks like red. And if you watch the video with green lens, just like a green. So theory is the window to watch outside, and it is simply examples why we need the theory. And first theory I explained last week is a Freud psychosexual theory. There are several key terms: and id, ego, superego, and libido and sexual energy. He categorized the 5 stages: and oral, anal and the pelvic and latency and genital. Today, and we learn about in the other theories. Second theory I want to introduce is Erik Erikson's psychosocial theory. Erik Erikson, he also was one of a member in the Freudian Society. However, he disagreed with Freud's theory, especially libido and sexual energy. He means Erik Erikson believed that social interaction and social relationship is more important than sexual energy and libido. So he categorized 8 stages of a lifespan: and infancy, toddler, and early childhood, and middle and late childhood, adolescent, early adulthood, and middle adulthood, and late adulthood. So 8 stages. So he, asserted that each goal and object for each stage. And the first one is a trust versus mistrust. And the newborn baby, their first goal and object is trust, and basic trust between babies and their major caregivers, and trust. If they are failed to create healthy concept of a trust, he or she develop mistrust the major caregiver. And second one, and toddler stage, autonomy, and it is time to develop themselves and self-concept, self-respect, self-image. So, and that time and toddler stage, autonomy, and time to do himself or herself. If they are failed to create healthy concept of autonomy, they feel shame and doubt, right? In early childhood, and initiative. Initiative means initiate something and doing something. And let's go outside, play baseball. And can you play with me in outside? So they are initiating something and or everything in their early childhood. If they are failed to achieve the goal of initiative or initiative, and they fail to guilt. Oh, I'm shame, and I cannot play with the other peers. Oh, it is my fault. It is my fault. Asocial behaviors, right? In middle and late childhood and industry and versus inferiority and adolescent stage, identity versus identity confusion. So time to create healthy concept of identity. Who am I? Who we are? Who he is? Who she is? Identity. So if they are failed to who he is or who she is themselves, and they confuse with their identity, and gender-based and family-based and religious-based and spiritual identity, or and ethnic identity or national identity. So a lot of different kinds of identity. So, and time to create healthy concept of identity during adolescent. In your stage, early adulthood, and time to create intimacy. Intimacy is a membership and get along with the other members, right? And affection, love. And if you are failed to create healthy concept of intimacy, and you feel isolation. Oh, I'm alone, and I don't have any study members in my group, just like that. And middle adulthood and generativity versus stagnation. and it is time to generate and create new something. So it is my stage and generate something new. If I fail to create healthy concept of generativity, I feel the stagnation and my car cannot move forward and bump to bumper. Oh, what a, and crazy traffic. So just like that. And late adulthood, time to integrate their whole life and lifespan. If they are failed to create healthy concept of integrity, and they feel this fear. Oh, my life is worthless, just like that. So at Erickson's 8 stages is based on our textbook, and also it is a basic foundation for our lifespan. Very, very critical part. And psychoanalytic center theory is Carl Gustav Jung, and Jung or Jung, Jung in German pronunciation and Jung in English. And Carl Gustav Jung, Jung's psychoanalytic. And persona just like a mask, our mask from ethnic and gender-based and religious, and our education and income and social-economic status. Persona or persona in German language. Persona is just like a mask. Anima is men's unconscious part of female's perspective. Animus is woman's unconscious part of a male's perspective. And archetype and the stereotypes and some stereotypes from the whole group and archetype. And he, I uploaded this statue from France, and it just looks like and the female girl. However, inner part of this girl and the male's perspective he holds. So it is animus, right? These examples. Psychoanalytics and contributions include the emphasis on early experience and family relationship and unconscious part of the mind. And some criticism refers to difficulty in testing and negativity and cultural or gender bias and sexual underpinnings. So biased view, and some scholars argue that psychoanalytics. Second part of theory is cognitive theory from Piaget and Vygotsky, and information processing theory. And Piaget believed that children actively constructed their understanding based on their cognitive development. And Schema, his term, and schema or schema, it is a mental agent to control our cognitive, system. So schema works in our brain just like a memory chip in your computer and your cell phone. So it is a brain-based activities and mental agent. And also Piaget developed the egocentrism, self-centered view. And the old European, they believed that China, Korea, Japan, and the Far East country. However, all Chinese, they believe that they are the center of the world. And China and Zhongguo, China and Chinese, and Zhongguo means the country in the center, in the center of the world. And 4 stages of development he created. And Vygotsky, social cultural cognitive theory, he believed that children actively constructed their knowledge based on their culture and social interactions. and Piaget's 4 stages of cognitive development. And first one is the sensory motor and sensor-based, and development. And second period, the pre-operational stage, the operational stage, and symbolic thinking, and the connection of sensory information and the physical actions. And third stage is a concrete operational stage. They can, achieve the goal of reasoning and logics, and concentrate, event and classifying. And it is a 7 to 11-year-old, and formal operational, and after 11 and adolescent and all other children. Adolescent reasoned and more, abstract thinking, idealistic and logical ways. Sensory motor refers to infant, and pre-operational and toddler to early childhood, and concrete operational from middle childhood to the adolescent, and after adolescent, and the formal operational. And Vygotsky's theory is socio-cultural theory, emphasis on culture and language or society. And he developed the concept of a mediated learning and scaffolding, and zone of proximal development, and private speech transformation and into inner speech. Scaffolding, I want to highlight scaffolding. Scaffolding is a supporting system around the building in construct. So this is the building, the scaffolders, surrounded the building and supporting the construction. So usually scaffolding concept, used by teachers and parents, and encouraging their students and guiding them right ways with the scaffolding concept. ZPD and zone of proximal development is a potential area to be developed, right? And inner speech, we have inner self, and I speak with my inner self, and through the inner speech, I find self identity and inner speech. It is a part of private speech transformation to the inner speech. Information processing theory is simple, just like computer. Is input, performing, and output. So then brain is compared to the computer hardware, and the cognition built as a computer software. And the individual acquire increasingly complex information, thinking through perceive, encoding, representing, and storing and retrieving, information. Just like computer, input, performing, output. Evaluating cognitive theory is active construction of understanding, and the importance of developmental changes and detailed descriptions. Several criticisms include the lack of individual differences, and information processing approach lacks clarity and emphasize on unconscious process. The third part of theories is behavioralism or behavioral theories. And Pavlov's classical conditioning concept, used by dog experiment. And he, designed the dog experiment and prepared 2 different kind of stimuli. And first one is food, second one is bell ringing, and the dog's response and watering in mouth. So when he removed the stimulus 1 and food, and bell ringing only, and a dog responded and watering in mouth. And the simple equation, stimulus plus response make reinforced behavior. It is equation of the behavioral theories. Watson's conditioning and involuntary response are learned. Skinner operant conditioning. He added the rewarding and punishment system between stimulus and responses, just like a reward and sticker and token economy, candy, gums, and snacks to encouraging student real success, and punishment too. The social learning theory is developed by Bandura. Bandura believed that we are learning from observation. So he focused on reciprocal interaction among behavior, cognition, and environment, and observation, interaction, and imitation, interaction, modeling, interaction, and reciprocal determinism. So we are observing others' behavior and interact with them and imitate, second stage, and imitate their behaviors or patterns of their life. And when he or she find a good model, role model, and try to imitate and modeling and accept them as his hero or her hero. And finally, reciprocally decide my behavior strongly influenced on your response. Your behavior strongly influenced on my response. And all we are set up, clear relationship, and you and me and among others. And Bandura's social learning model and behavior and person and environment. And we are reciprocally and interact and determine. Right. And contributions of behavioralism and social learning theory is emphasized on scientific research and person and environment and observational learning. And criticism include the lack of focused on cognition, too little attention to developmental change, and overemphasize on the environmental determinant. Fourth one is ethological theory, and behavior is strongly influenced by biology. So try to evolution. And first theory is the Konrad-Lorenz's imprinting theory. And imprinting theory is first experience and listed long. So imprinting is a kind of phase-sensitive learning, and learning occurring at a particular age and particular life, and that is rapid and apparently independent of consequences of behavior. So this Lorenz imprinting theory strongly influenced on the John Bowlby's attachment theory. So you see the baby ducks and geese, and their first scene, first object, and they strongly believe their major caregiver. So when they are growing up, and they still believe that he is their major caregiver. So animal studies. Before Coca-Cola, and we believe that Coke, as Santa Claus, and Claus is red, but it is absolutely wrong. And before the Coca-Cola, and the original color of Santa Claus was green. So, and Coca-Cola, and changed the Santa Claus color of cloth. So it is examples for the imprinting concept, imprinting theory. And attachment theory, the John Bowlby, and attachment and bond, the physical and emotional bond. So I strongly believe that all attachment and the physical and emotional bond is achieved from the touch. So, and the cuddling, and we touching others' hands, and high five, and punch, and or sometimes hugs, and physical touch, strongly related to the physical bond and the emotional bond. It is attachment. So Mary Ainsworth, and he, she designed the experimental for the strange situation test. In our textbook, and provide there are 3 different patterns of attachment, and securely attached, anxious, ambivalent attached, avoidant attached. So I think I have another chance to explain an attachment theory with Mary Ainsworth. So there are 4 different types of infant temperament. So first one, and Thomas and Chess, I found 4 different types of infant and babies. First one is a difficult baby, and second one is an easy baby, and third one is slow to warm up baby, and fourth one is a mixed and variable babies. So typical baby is more fearful and irritable, active, less positive effect, more irregular. And easy babies are very positive and less active and placid and regular rhythms. And slow to warm up babies, and like an easy baby in many ways, but typically babies in their fearfulness and showing more wariness and in a new situation than most babies. And mixed baby or variables in their trait did not fit well into any of the more extreme groups. So mixed types and combined types. There are pros and cons in ecological model and theory, and they emphasized on biology and the evolution, and criticism, inadequate attention to the cognition, emphasize on animals' behavior. But we are the human being. Last theory today is ecological theory and model. And Yuri Brenner, and he believed that our development is based on our system. So microsystem and core system around you and your family. And second system, mesosystem, and family member, peers, and teachers group, and neighbors, and community. Exosystem, and more larger community, and macrosystem, invisible values, culture, politics, ideologies, and others. And chronos system and time zone, right? So, and chronos means objective time, and kairos is subjective time. So we have 24 hours in a day. However, we have an important moment in a day, just like a lecture, or your studying, or your playtime. And if you like eating and shopping, so it is a subjective time too. So it is, there are 2 different time zones, and kairos and chronos, right? This is the figures from the textbook, and micro and meso, exo and macro and chronotime. All right, and ecological model and theory and contribute macro and other dimensions of a system, and criticized by other scholars, and emphasis on biological foundations, lacks of emphasis on, so inadequate attention to the cognitive process. Okay, one more theory today. Moral development theory, and from Culver, and he, developed the stages of a theory regarding moral concept. And moral development is a gradual and development, and the individual concept was right or wrong. So he finally created three systems: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. So, and two different subcategories of the pre-conventional: obedience and punishment, and selfish. And third stage, under the conventional model, and good girl and good, boy, and orientation, law and the social order or standard. And post-conventional, legalistic social contract and universal ethic of principles. So there are three different stages: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional, and 6 stages. All right. Usually, we have some procedure to conduct our research, and quantitative study, number and factor based, and qualitative study, in-depth approach based on narrative. All right, I think it is enough for today. And before we dismiss, and check your attendance surely, and announcement for the next schedule.